What up, YouTube? YouTube!
Ed Bridges of EBMods coming at you. All right, real quick, this is the last heat cycle of this Ielasi tuned Terra Evo, which is an updated version of the last Terra that we dynoed a couple weeks ago. So I pretty much have it tuned in. I want to get the high-speed needle, make sure it's good. We'll compare it to the previous engine. And then I'm going to put in this new high-speed needle assembly that Ielasi Tuned supplies, or you have to pick up, I don't know. Tony Edwards sent it with the engine, wanted to put in, but I'm going to have this needle assembly tuned in. I'll take it off, we'll put this one in, we'll tune it in, so in theory, they're both tuned, so if he wants to switch back and forth and test it himself, he can do that. But let's just get it baseline real quick, it's ready to go. And let me get the camera set up here. That camera turned to like a yellowish. It was white before. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but let me... Alright. Take the heater off. Again, this is the last heat cycle. It's tuned in. It's running pretty consistent. I just want to compare this engine to the previous Terra, so you can see the difference between the Evo and the previous one. And then we'll change out the high-speed needle assembly and see if it makes any difference. I doubt we're going to see a difference on the dyno. They say it's just for better tuning, but the engine's doing pretty well as it is. So let's just clean it out here. All right, clean out run, recorded run. Oh. No biggie. So we're going to abandon that data. Ah. Let it cool down a little bit. Let's see why it does that. Let me just change this. This is from the previous heat cycle. So we're on heat cycle 6. Yeah, there we go. All right, clean out, run, dyno pull. So this is the previous engine we dynoed a few weeks ago. This is the torque curve down here. And this is this engine. So a little bit more bottom, a little less top, but let me just play with the top and then we'll change that high-speed needle assembly. Don't want to make this too long of a video. Let the temp get down to about 204 and we'll clean out, do a clean out run and then a recorded run. We top it off. just remove that previous engine. And compare it just now back to back. I'm going to lean out the top just a little bit. I'm going to try to get another camera pointed directly at the engine so you can see like a close-up view of the needles. So I went about an hour. Stop, here we go. That was a pretty good run. Pretty much the same as the last run. Let's smooth it out a little bit here. Let me pull up the previous engine. Engine 4, 2186, heat cycle 5, run 9. So you can see the engines are pretty close to the same. The Evo has a little bit more bottom end here. Same across the mid, the top. Top's pretty close, but you know, there's always a trade-off when you do a little bit of a timing adjustment, which I believe they said on their website or something. They did an exhaust port timing change. So, okay. One 1,000, two 1,000, three 1,000, four 1,000, five 1,000. Perfect. All right. Make sure the piston bottom dead center. You see the carb's still cold, so we don't have to worry about letting the carb cool down because it's. We'll actually get this off real quick. So be careful, you got a bottom and a top crush. These are like rubber gaskets. Sometimes they use aluminum or copper, but they're crush gaskets. So this is a 5mm screw. And torque ratings anywhere from like 6 to I think 8 foot-pounds, but I like to position it a little bit farther than what where I need it. So as I turn it, tighten it in, it comes into position, and then I'll hold it there until I feel those gaskets collapse a little bit. Perfect. All right. Let's get the heater back on it. Put this needle housing in here. In theory, this one should be tuned in. He should be able to put this one in there and it should be good to go. We'll get this one tuned in now. We're letting it warm up. While I do that real quick, I'm just going to change this here. Still will be heat cycle 7, but we're going to add the 21025 high-speed needle assembly. And we will do ILS 21025 there. Go. Alright, so now we're ready. Gonna fire it up. Get the wheel rolling a little. Just turn up the idle a little bit. Go one full turn. All right. Let's let it get up to temp. That high-speed needle it's still out of the package, so it should be on a rich setting. I did check the thread pitch earlier. It's the same thread pitch, a 0.5 millimeter thread pitch, as mostly pretty much all the needles, OS, Nova. So we're just gonna let it warm up here. And I'm sure the needle will be rich, so we'll have to lean it out a little bit, but I'm gonna leave it where it's set at. But it is a 0.5 millimeter thread pitch on that, on the new housing. That's the same as the old one. That's standard OS thread pitch on the needles. I'm not sure what they changed. Maybe they changed the taper in the high-speed needle. So, but the engine tunes well to begin with, so we'll see how this one goes. And again, both of them are ready to go. Hopefully around 190 here, the engine will start picking up an RPM. Everything starts to loosen up a little bit more, heat saturate, fuel starts to burn easier. Usually around 190, 200, I'll have to turn down the idle. You can already hear it stepping up a little bit, cleaning out. Yep, there she goes. We'll just keep that RPM at about 10.5. I'd like to get it up to a 220, let it saturate again. And then we'll let it cool down, and we'll do a couple pulls, tune it in, do some comparison, and get this video finished up. Not sure why the dyno screen like it's yellow. I don't get it. Didn't change anything of the cameras, so I'll have to look into it. Alright, we're starting to get there. Always shake your fuel. Make it a habit. A good habit to have. Be very OCD-ish about it. Shake the gallon every time you pull fuel out of it. Shake your pit bottle every time you put it in your tank. By no means don't ever suck the old fuel out of your tank and put it in the pit bottle with good fuel, or ever suck it out of your tank and put it in your gallon. You're ruining your fuel and you will have nothing but issues. But anyway, take care of your fuel. We'll go over fuel another time. But never suck it out of your tank. Whatever fuel is left in your tank at the end of the day, dump it out. Or leave it in there for the next time when you run it. If you run every week, you should be fine, stored indoors. You won't have a rust problem. But if you're gonna, you only run once a month or whatever, you may have to put some Acetylene oil in it. Burn the fuel out of the engine. So you can pull the fuel line off the carb, start it up, burn it out, put the fuel line back up. As long as you don't prime it back up. but just don't reuse fuel out of your tank. All right, we're at 220. Shut the heater off. Now let it cool, and then we're going to do some pulls. So this high-speed needle house is sticking up out of the housing. So we'll see where it needs to go. All right. I'm going to turn the idle up just a little bit. I'll have to turn it down, but okay. Still extremely rich. We'll go a quarter turn on top. Let's do a clean out run and a recorded run. A little bit better. Still high idle. All right. Do another run. Do two more. We'll get three under. We'll see how it is. I think I can go a little bit more on top. I'm going to go an hour. All right, here we go. Clean out run, dyno pull. Graph that. We'll remove the previous engine from a few weeks ago. Moving it on the top got a little bit more. Let me adjust this idle though. Maybe we can go a little bit more. We'll go another hour. O-rings are definitely a little tighter on this needle. All right, here we go. Clean out run, recorded run. So it's about the same. Smooth it out here. Lost a little bit there. But let's see how that was to the other needle. I mean, it's the same. So that's both high-speed needle assemblies compared to each other. You could say a little bit more top end here, but it's not. It's just, I need to tune in on that high speed, try just a little bit more. Let's try. Let's do it a little bit. But you can see there's really no difference between those two high-speed needles. And let's bring up, again, engine number 4, 2686 pipe, and cycle number 5, run 9. This is engine number 5 that Tony Edwards has sent to me. So again, the Evo has more bottom end, just a little less top. Trust me, this isn't that much. It's the same across here. So I actually say the tune's pretty good. Let's just see if we can repeat a couple runs if it's good. I mean, this is heat cycle 7. Alright, it's already cool. So, clean her out, warm her up. Let's remove that old engine. These two runs back to back, pretty close. I heard it break up a little bit on the top end there. We might be able to squeeze another out. Not even. Just a little bit of the O-ring tension on that one. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the last run. I got a little bit more top, smoothed it out. We're splitting hairs here, but again, compared to the other high-speed needle, the stock high-speed needle, you can see that's the same. Like I said, we won't see any difference on the high-speed needle or on the dyno. But now, I know this is what everybody would be asking me, is what's the difference to the previous Terra engine? Well, here you go. Just a few weeks ago. Again, now the top end, again, it has more bottom end, just like they tell you. Top end's about the same. So, all right. So let's, I'm going to shut it down. Running out of fuel. Take it off the dyno, oil it up, quick inspection, and box it up and ship it out. All right. So I pull the fuel line off the engine, and then I'll let it idle the fuel out of the engine. Pump the carburetor a couple times, because sometimes you have fuel get stuck in there. All right. Now I'll just make sure the piston's bottom dead center as it cools. Hit the brake, lock her in place.
All right. Hopefully that was good. Let me just do this. All right. I'll save this. I'll probably upload it here in a little bit. I might have to do some edits. I don't know. Just may post it as it is. Kind of busy here, but thanks for watching. Hopefully this answers some questions. You guys can see the difference between the Evo and the normal Terra. Definitely has the extra bottom end, like they say. Top end, again, I would say is pretty much the same. So, all right, enjoy. Have a good one. Peace out.